Alright, welcome back to another live stream over here on SCS Combat. And earlier on tonight we were here for Kakachi against Dickens. And now we are here for Kevin Vallejos taking on Josh Emmett in the main event of UFC Vegas 114. I've got Vallejos in this one. But obviously the power that Emmett carries is always dangerous. We have Harry Hardwick up next. Apologies for the delay. But Harry Hardwick didn't start good at all for him last time out. Unfortunately, leg kicks, and he wasn't able to get back up eventually. But he's taken on Marwan Rahiki, who has got 7 wins with 6 finishes. Obviously, Harry Hardwick is a huge name in the UK from Cage Warriors and stuff. Him and his brother, he is George Hardwick. Didn't go well for him at all last time out when he got a shot in the UFC, but let's see it. He gets a chance of redemption tonight. Dominic Reyes against Johnny Walker. Gotta hope for a Dominic Reyes win there, don't you think? A lot of advertisements here. Adesanya versus Piper coming up as well. UFC 327. Joshua Van, Yuri Prohavska. Obviously, Joshua Van's fighting Tyra. Yuri's fighting Alberg. And I mean, Alberg seems sound, but in terms of like promotion and stuff, and the bigger star and who'd probably be better for winning, I want Yuri to win, and I like Yuri anyways. Alberg's sound as well, but huge Yuri fan, so gotta root for him there. That Van fight's gonna be very interesting though, and he could potentially lose. But you can subscribe and come back for more. I'll be putting out a prediction video for those. Another huge fight there, March 21st. Movsar Evloev takes on Euro Murphy. I noticed I've said all three of these events I've named in the wrong order, but or in the wrong like ASI B side order. But Laura Murphy takes on Movsar Evloev. What a fight that could be. I'm hearing there could be some troubles with Evloev getting over to London. I don't know if that's true or not, but hopefully not, because that's the number one contender fight, and I've been seeing. I've seen fighters. Obviously, Gene Silva's been speaking up online saying, "Look, someone falls out, I'll take it." Then won't be too mad at seeing him against Murphy. It'll be interesting. This could work. Could work. Nah. Oh, okay. Um. Oh yeah. All Out Boxing here on Twitter reporting that Frank Warren was talking about a Croke Park fight with Pierce O'Leary for a world title after he beat Maxie Hughes via stoppage earlier on tonight, and same with obviously Eddie Hearn looking to get Keith here in there, Croke Park. That could be the way to do it, if you manage to get 3 Irish world title fights on there. In terms of maybe KTR headlines, Pierce O'Leary gets a world title shot on there. Then maybe Catchy could be alright by then. He didn't take too much damage, he got a cut. But we're looking at August time maybe. At the latest. 7-0 Rahiki. Hardwick is 13-4. But then maybe you could have I don't know. You could have McConnell on there depending on how his fight goes. Is this? You could really build up a huge card. I think that would make the chances of getting Jay Taylor to get that Croke Park fight a lot more higher. Yeah, but I would love to see that. Obviously, here tonight for the UFC, we have 4 fights remaining. So what are we looking at here? Obviously, Rahiki against Hardwick up next. Then we have Andre Fili returning. I actually thought he was retired against Jose Miguel Delgado. By the way, about that should be good. Amanda Lemos takes on Gillian Robertson in the co-main event. That is number 5 against number 8 ranked fight, a women's strawweight. And then we have Josh Emmett taking on Kevin Vallejos in the main event, number 11 against number 14 ranked in the featherweight division. Earlier on the main card, Charles Johnson won a split decision over Bruno Silva, and Ion Cutelaba beats Umar Sai via submission in the first round. Murray Hardwick's highlights is just him getting tagged up, which can't be good. Where's a good right hand from, or left hand southpaw? I'll be doing it here tonight. Good to be back. I guess I had to say that every stream, but it's true. How we doing, man? How we doing? I'm hyped, man. Unreal. Sometimes it can be rough. Like I know the other week, it was a bit rough for me staying up and covering one of these cards, but you know that's probably a sleep schedule thing, and sometimes it can be rough, but you get through those times. And there's times like this where tonight, man, I'm hyped to see some fights. Like I said, it's good to be back. Another weekend. Um, there has been coverage of the UFC every week of the year so far, and we're looking to continue that, obviously. So, if you are here, I suppose, or if you see this, maybe you're coming in after the fight and you want to see my reaction or something like that, make sure to subscribe and come back because it makes a lot of difference. Trust me. Subscriptions. So people subscribing, it's obviously a lot of motivation. You know what I mean? It's like the reward you can get for this. Obviously, that helps the channel grow and stuff, and that'll be much appreciated. But we're gonna keep coming back. Doesn't matter if we get subscribers or not. I'll be here. Doesn't matter if stream doesn't get any views. I will be here. Best believe it, man. Gotta keep going. But for now, tonight, Rahigi against Hardwick is up next. Let's get it. I even say I don't know what the thoughts are on any of this, but like, hold on. Oh, oh, flip me, yo! Shout out to one of the like, was it one of the actual stars at heavyweight, Stephen Aspin, lost earlier tonight, and what was I didn't see it, but apparently it was an actual revival fight for heavyweight. But wow, the damage to his face is bad. It looks like his nose could be broke there. And he's got like 3 cuts, 2 on his cheek, one over his eye on the left hand side, bad swelling on both eyes, cut on the right cheek. That is brutal, man. Speedy recovery to him. Shout out to him. What do we have next week? Next week, Michael Conlon takes on Kevin Walsh. I should be there covering that one. So I won't be live, but make sure to come back. We'll hopefully get a few interviews out and stuff and speak to the main man Conlon himself, you know. But that'll be a tough fight, good fight. To the tape for our next fight here, by the way. Rahiki is 23, Hardwick is 31. And needs to get this rolling now then, I suppose. 1 inch reach advantage at 72 inches for Rahiki, and both are equal height at 5'8". This one is a featherweight bout. Yeah, we have Conlon next week. Oh yeah, that we have Effel, we have Murphy next week. I'm actually hyped for that one. That should be on. Actually, that is gonna be on. I'm pretty sure. At normal time for me, so that'll be really good instead of having to stay up at 5 a.m. for a UK card. There'll be a protection video for that out as well, by the way. I'm probably who would I lean? I mean, that's such a tough fight. Everywhere's come through a lot of challenges. So is Murphy. Maybe everywhere's fought the harder opponents. Obviously, I think his last win was Aljo. He has a lot of difficulty getting fights. Um. So yeah, but here we go. Come on. Round one underway. Here we go. There's a low kick already from Rahiki. Swings a big overhand, misses it though. I mean, obviously, if you look at Hardwick's last fight, anyone that ever fights him again is going to try and low kick him. There's a right hand though, straight away counter from Rahiki. That one might have stunned Hardwick a bit. Catches the tape kick though of Rahiki and gets straight on his back. Gets his hook in. Can he maybe get something here? Gets the body triangle. Let's see if Hardwick can get a submission here. Rahiki's standing. Hardwick's on his back at the moment. Rahiki trying to pull him off. This is good work right here. Got him off to the side. Gets him down. That's great work from Rahiki. Another right hand from Rahiki. There's a low kick from Hardwick. There's another huge right hand though from Rahiki. Hardwick's looking pretty easy to hit with that big right hand. Not a good start early. There's a low kick double jab though from Rahiki. There's a nice right hand though from Hardwick. Firing back at it himself now. Head kick miss for Hardwick. There's another low kick for Rahiki. Huge left hand now miss for Higgy. From Hardwick. Hardwick kicks to the body now. The body was straight left as well. Another low kick from Rahiki, another one. Hardwick's hurt by them low kicks already again. Spinning back fist would have been absolutely insane there for Rahiki. Probably would have landed flush as well. Rahiki going with the oblique kicks now. Nice job from him. Hardwick might have just got hit by thinner. Another oblique kick from Rahiki. Job from Hardwick. Inside low kick. That was nice. Hardwick. Oh, knee up the middle, right hand from Rahiki. There's a nice right hook and another right hook from Hardwick. Rahiki looks like he's fading the pace a wee bit here, maybe. The low kick now from Hardwick. Let's go. Hardwick pushing the pace. There's a what a shot though from Reiki. Maybe this is the play. Maybe it's late in the third round. How Hardwick just comes out like the Terminator. Could be the UFC equivalent of Rocky. Reiki slips. That might be a terrible comparison. Yeah, he looks like he's getting hit with some huge shots here. Hardwick's hurt. Hardwick's about to go out cold. Oh, Hardwick stuns Reiki. Come on. Hardwick is staying composed and the fire goes for head kick. Don't do that, mate. There's another huge shot for Reiki. Hardwick comes back though. These two are trading. This is insane. Oh, there's a huge elbow for Hickey. No kick from Hardwick. Right hand from Hardwick. Let's go. War Hardwick here. Leg kicks from both fighters. That was a really good leg kick from Hardwick. He's hit with one in return though. I might have been checked. Hardwick's legs look a bit dead here. Head kick from Hardwick. Oh, huge right left hook from Rahiki. Low kick now. Please don't tell me that was the last Hardwick rally. 10 seconds out to go in the round here. Spinning back kick to the body misses for Hardwick. And then he gets hit with one day in the round, and that one might have hurt him a bit. Oh, this is insane. I was thinking he's actually cooked, like it's over, and then he starts throwing like mantle. Then he's stunned Rahiki. Ooh. There's a shout out to another. Oh, wait, this round timer. Shout out to one of the most talented female boxers there is, one of the best boxers there is. The undisputed, still undisputed, Gabriela Fundora gets another stoppage here against Viviana Ruiz to retain her undisputed flyweight titles. She's a pretty good fighter. I think she won a female fighter of the year last year as well. Bright future ahead there. I think there's a WBC world champion as well, the 17. Also, you can turn pro in Mexico when you're 16. I don't know. I think I've seen something like that. But oh, Hardwick hurts him there when they trade. They both trade 1-2s. Hardwick hurts him. Oh, there's a head kick though. That one hurt Hardwick. Hardwick tagged now with a huge right hand. This is it. Let's go. Hardwick's clearly gonna go out throwing here. He's hurt now though. There's some huge hooks and he might be out in the feet here. Hardwick is getting hit with some huge shots. Let's go, Hardwick. Oh, a head kick from Hardwick. What do from Hardwick now? I feel like if Rahigi just stays composed, he might tag him bad on the back foot, like, but head kick blocked by Hardwick. His jab from Hardwick. Oh, huge left hook from Rahigi. Hardwick's really hurt now. Body shots now from Higgy. Right hook, left hook, right hook from Rahigi. 1-2, left hook, left hook, left hook, right hook, left hook, right hook. Hardwick fires back now. Let's go. Hardwick. Oh, huge overhand from Hardwick now. This is insane. There's a 2 from Hardwick. He's got hit with like a 15 bounce combination, clean, and he tagged it, or he tanked it. Now he lands a 1-2. Hardwick going forward now. Now turning to clinch. First wrestling exchange, anyways. Oh, Hardwick with a knee. I was gonna say he gets hit with a huge elbow, and he's hurt again. Hardwick didn't even get that knee either, man. He just got broke on the clinch and then just elbowed clean. There's a jab from Hardwick. From Hickey. What are we doing here? This is insane. I don't know how Hardwick didn't get knocked out on that like 15 punch combo because he got hit clean by most of them. They were all like swinging left hooks. Oh, what a spinning back kick to the body from Hickey and a knee up the middle now. And you know that one hurt. Takedown for Hardwick. Oh no, he gets reversed immediately. Hickey's in half. Never mind, he's in full guard now. Oh, this can't be good for Hardwick unless he's like a BJJ black belt. Hardwick just trying to prevent ground and pound at the moment. He's not doing much. He's just trying to advance position, I think, here. Maybe build towards a submission. This is some fight, though. Hardwick kicks him off now. Spins around and gets off him. Back up to the feet. Blood from both fighters. See here, significant strikes. 40 to 37 in the first round to Rahiki. 42 to 30 in this round to Rahiki. This is a war. This is crazy, man. Side kick from Hardwick misses down the round. Crazy fight. It looks like that is it. Harry Hardwick could not continue on the stool. All right, so fair play to Harry Hardwick because he survived that second round, which is crazy damage took. He also gives some damage back, but it is a broken jaw that ends the fight, unfortunately for him. Um, yeah. Shout out to Harry Hardwick. What a fight. Shout out to Rahiki. What a fight as well from him. He gets the win. Harry Hardwick unfortunately broke his jaw. Said he can barely even speak. Um, yeah, that was tough. But hopefully we'll see him back. You know what I mean? Like, and it tends to be like that because obviously it was a tough first fight for him. And look, again tonight, a tough second fight in the UFC. Not saying there's easy fighters. I mean, but usually if someone like Hardwick comes in, they try and build him a bit, and he has got nothing but the toughest challenges immediately. 8-0 now, 7 knockouts for Rahiki, but he come Hardwick comes out and puts on a war. I think you have to respect that. I'd like to see him get one more personally. One more shot. Why not? Getting the tweet out here. Shout out to Hardwick, man. Tough fight, tough fighter, but fortunately the jaw. Let's go. Let me know what you thought of that in the comments or in the chat. What? That's insane. Fair enough. That's a goal in football from the halfway line from a Real Madrid player. That's insane. Not even from the halfway line. Like before it in his own half. Next week we have Abloev taking on Murphy in the main event of UFC London. Luke Riley in the co-main event against Michael Aswell Jr. Michael Van Michael Van Page takes on Sam Patterson. Before that, we have Roman Dolidze on there as well against Christian Leroy Duncan. A couple of other fights. Should be a good card. MVP's been heavily critical of the bites he's been getting and stuff with the UFC, saying he can't get fights. And I think there was a debate with him in the UFC about where he would fight at 185 or 170 and stuff like that. Yeah, who knows? They're probably not happy with the stuff he said, though, let's be honest. What are we saying, man? What are we saying? Aren't we saying literally no one here so far, but it is what it is. Gotta keep going, man. Never mind, we're chilling. That Avloev Starling fight was very good, by the way. I remember watching that. Obviously, Avloev won, but like that was such a like when people talk about grappling and obviously with the fight last weekend, Holloway and Oliveira, it's heavily debated what is entertaining, and some people can't even find grappling entertaining. Joe Rogan called some of the fans that were booing casuals, but casuals what are like look, I'll say it here. I'm not surely I'm not a casual. Like I'm not gonna stop proclaiming anything, but I feel like I'm not a casual. And you know, I didn't find that the most entertaining. But I think the other thing is grappling can be very impressive, and that matchup there, Abduev against Starling, was insanely impressive and entertaining to watch. That's just the truth of it. That's my opinion on it. But I'm hyped for that fight. That is extremely 50-50. I mean, obviously the winner takes on Alexander Volkanovski as well, and in a title shot. And Volk wants that fight because he wants to have someone of that next generation on his resume. So look, let's see what happens with him, man. But up next we have Andre Fili taking on Jose Miguel Delgado. Could be a good fight. I believe I've seen Delgado before. Yeah, so he fought Nathaniel Wood, so I would have watched that one. 10-2. Andre Fili has been about for a while now as well. Yeah, 25-12. I actually thought he was retired. Apparently not though. That'll be a good fight though. Robertson's on good form as well, so she is. The Lemos has been world champion as well, so uh happening in the scene tonight, man. Yeah, I mean that damage to Stephen Asplin's face is crazy, man. Charles Johnson, you're so leery. Yeah, you're so leery, man. Great performance earlier on. I'm just scrolling through here. What's happening? Taito Ivasa back again. Bars. Fair play Taito Ivasa, man. Oh, you gotta get that win though, bro. What are we saying here, man? Gabriela Fondor. People impressed with her performance. She is a very good boxer. I've watched a couple of her fights now. Solid. Solid fundamentals and like her brother, Sebastian Fondor, who's also a world champion. Just I mean great technique, but the power as well. She has that power as well. Obviously she got the stoppage victory tonight. So yeah. Hopefully, by the way, quick speedy recovery to Hardwick. I know that's gonna be a tough thing to come back from. But hopefully when he does come back he does get a shot again. Tough fighter, man. Put on a great fight as well. Yeah. What are we saying? What is happening? This is a tweet that I actually agree with right here. Shout out to Owen on Twitter. Owen is WD MMA. That's the tag. I'm reporting a lot as well. But he says for purposes of keeping it clean, the true bad MMA accounts come to light when Asplund fights. The man deserves a lot of respect in the world for his weight loss. Who cares about some loose skin? I actually do agree with that. If you haven't seen Asplund's story, I believe he was around 500 pounds. Um, Lost a lot of weight and got himself into the UFC. So look, I do see it. I just don't acknowledge it. People talking about his appearance. People that do that could never do what he's done. So that's just what I think. Um, Obviously that's a lot of hard work, a lot of effort. Hopefully, I don't think it would. To be fair, hopefully none of that bothers him. And yeah, I know he lost earlier on, but very entertaining fighter. And I'm sure. I mean, he'll definitely be back, without a doubt. Stephen Aspland will be back in the heavyweight division because the heavyweight division needs someone with output like that. Yeah. Can I just say, by the way, I know there's been a lot of examples of. I know there's a lot of people that just don't credit the IBO world title in boxing, but it's kind of like a lot of the fighters you holding it now. I mean, means something, and like fighters like Anthony Joshua, like when Anthony Joshua was a unified champion of the world, he wore that belt. Pete Taylor wears that belt. Obviously, Kakachi has that title. Pierce O'Leary has that title now. Juno Carroll has that title. Obviously, one of my interviews I done the other week, you can go and check that out as well. Paddy McCrory held that title in the past. It almost feels like it is like it's really genuine. Obviously, it's not considered one of the main four, but usually it's like right before you get to that. There's Fundora stoppage here. 1, 2. Hooks to the body, hook to the head, hooks to the body and head again. There's a nice straight left, hooks to the head, right hand, left hand, finishes it. Round 6. Yeah, I mean, she's quick, man. How is that? Come up. Um, the tape here for the next bout. Andre Fili, 35. Jose Miguel Delgado is 27. Both fighters come in at 5'11", and both fighters have a 74-inch reach. Andre Fili is the underdog. Yeah. Hardwick could they get hit with like a flipping 15 punch hit combination. Seen Orblay one earlier on, by the way. Insane fighter. Pretty sure he had a takedown heavy performance. What's Mike Tyson doing? Mike Tyson got a wee amateur tournament going on here. See? What I be saying here? Mike Tyson Invitational. Invitational. This looks like some amateur fights here. Interesting. Oh, round 1 about to get underway. Talk about that in a minute. There's a nice jab from Delgado. Grabbed the body from Delgado. Nice body kick from Delgado. 1-2. That took from Delgado now. Body kick again. That one was sharp from Delgado. It's the leg kick. There's a nice 1-2 from Fady, but he gets tagged with a counter left hook. I think that one stunned him. Big kick again from Delgado. That one gets through. Nice tape kick from Delgado. Down to the body now. Leg kick from Delgado. Having a few technical difficulties with my stream here. I need to check. A couple of shots though from Philly now. Everything's good in here. Let me check the audio real quick, man, because it's saying. I think this comes up, but I want to check if this actually the audio actually isn't affected. That's alright. Now we're chilling. I gotta go in for a few takedowns now. Both fighters trade jabs there. There's a nice leg hook to the body from Delgado. The 1-2 from failure now. Delgado missed a few huge shots there. Right, round two underway now. Let's go. My bad on the timer. I forgot about it. Pretty close first round though. There's a hook for Feely. Feely check that low kick. A lot of people getting that first round of Feely here. I gotta go in for that takedown again. Doesn't get it. Jab from Feely. Hook now from Delgado. Body kick again from Delgado. And a huge shot of his tonight. There's a nice double jab by Feely though. Low kick again by Delgado. Oh, there's a huge 1-2 for Feely. Surely that one stunned Delgado. Oh, really sharp spinning back kick to the body from Delgado. Another body kick from Delgado. He's circling around the outside of the octagon at the moment. I think Feely was talking to him there, but there's a left hook. Head kick from Delgado. That one might have hurt Feely. He finally come off the pressure. There's a nice take kick to the body, but Delgado gets tagged at the same time. Goes a head kick again, doesn't get it. There's a huge right hand now for Delgado. Another couple of hooks behind it, knee up the middle now. Elbows on the inside. 3 huge elbows. Surely Feely is hurt here. Those were nasty elbows. Knees up the middle now. Delgado is just going for it. Reminiscent of Harry Hardwick here. This joke, by the way. Nice job from Feely. Out of the body now from Feely. Huge head kick misses now for Feely. Huge shots for Feely now. Feely sticking his tongue out Delgado. He misses a few shots now. Head kick miss for Delgado. Take to the body though, as they trade shots to the head. That's the end of round two. Round three coming up here. That could be 1-1 after that round. Benson Henderson in the corner there for Delgado. Hopefully, anyways, but I think that is. Third and final round about to get underway here. I think it might be 1-1. I know though. Feely was looking pretty sharp in that round as well. Let's see. Here we go. Round three underway. Feely comes out strong with a right hook. Jab now for Feely. There's a nice leg kick from Feely. Jab again from Feely. Hook now for Delgado though. Delgado still trying to hit the body with those kicks. Low kick from Delgado. Oh wow. Heavy head kick from Feely. Messes up. It's insane. 1-2 from Delgado. Another backhand for Feely. Alright, yeah, they did that. Alright, so people saying 1-1. I agree. 1-1 going into this third final round. Feely coming on strong here as he lands a few good hooks. Feely's a powerful fighter. There's two from Feely there. He switched southpaw for a moment. Another right hand over the top for Feely now. Feely walking him down so far this round, but gets hit with the 1-2 there. Low kick now from Delgado. Needs to go back to those body kicks. He was able to land those clean and they might be open. Nice leg kick again from Delgado. Oh, that was a really well timed shot from Delgado there. I think it was a jab or a hook, kind of. Oh, head kick lands clean for Delgado. Really just eats it though. Oh, really sharp jab from Delgado. Really tried to come in at the same time throwing his own punches, so he kind of just snapped his head back a bit. Was clean looking. There's a good overhand and another hook for Delgado. I do feel like though Delgado isn't hurting Feely with his shots that he lands clean, but like he doesn't go on to put pressure on Feely after, which I feel like he should, and I think that's a mistake. He lands two really good hooks there. I think he could have hit Feely with another one. He should have probably loaded up on a bit more. There's two hooks to the body from Delgado. Huge overhand for Delgado now. Overhand right. Left hook now for Delgado. Knee up the middle. Elbow again for Delgado. He's dangerous with those elbows in the clinch. Another elbow in clinch for Delgado. See some swelling on the cheek now for Feely. Delgado might need a finish here. Let's see. Maybe not if he continues on like this. Who knows? Oh, 1-2 for Delgado. Head kick misses for Feely. Body kick again from Delgado. That's been sharp all night, that body kick. The tape kick to be specific, but his body work all night has been sharp. There's a 1-2 from Delgado, and that one sends Feely back. Feely fires back though. There's a left hook over the top from Delgado now. Leg kick from Delgado. Feely looks like he's feeling the pressure here. There's a low kick from Delgado. That one hurts Feely. Delgado up. 33-18 on significant strikes so far. But there's Feely now with the 1-2. Deep kick to the body again from Delgado. Feely hits him with a right hand. Good footwork there from Feely. Yeah, got off that angle pretty cleanly. Delgado misses a huge 1-2 and Feely takes him down. And he lands some elbows here maybe. Going for ground and pound instead. He was inside control by the way, that's why I was suggesting elbows. But obviously, if you're in full mount or something as well, elbows are tough. Delgado gets back up. Good defense there. Feely gets him back down, however. Back into full guard for Feely. Looking to go to work here. 10 seconds left. Can he land something big? Maybe swing the judges' thoughts. Going for some ground and pound here. Feely gets it one or two more through. And that's going to be the end of that fight. That's very close. I feel like he could give it to either one of them. Like, that was really close. Um, what are we saying? That was actually insanely close. That could be 29-28 either way. Yeah, I am seeing 29-28 either way as well. Post Delgado landed a lot of huge shots in that round though. Then Freely got the takedown and went to work with 10 seconds left. I don't know who won that round. Close. Both Delgado maybe. I feel like he might have landed. I mean, he was up heavy on significant strikes, so maybe it is him. But let's see. So we are getting the official decision right about now, I believe. All right, let's hear from the judges. All right, so there we have it. Jose Miguel Delgado gets the victory via 29-28 split decision. It was a very close fight. 29-28 either way. It was a good scorecard. But like whenever they did show the stats for significant strikes in the third round, obviously that's what matters the most these days. He was up 33-18, like I mentioned, and I don't think Feely would have got that back, even with the takedown at the end. So I do think that was the right decision. Obviously, I give it to him as well. Wait out here. Really close fight, man. Good fight though. Good to see Feely back. Always puts on a show. There's Aaron Blanchfield in the crowd as well. I did also see earlier on, Who of the greatest? Who the greatest bantamweight fighters ever? Um, Marab and Aljo. Obviously, they're good friends, so they're with each other. But they're at the UFC with each other. Yeah, right at Marab man. And Aljo. Aljo was so underrated, man. Fair play. Great wins for Aljo as well. Beats a Hudo. Beat Jan twice, technically, even though the first one, obviously, he was getting beat. But he wins the second one that was close, but he gets it. Um, what are we saying? Big Horse Sandhagen as well before he was champion. Up next, we have up next. Yeah, up next, the co-main event, Amanda Lemos takes on Gillian Robertson. Gillian Robertson. Um, that's a high-ranking women's strawweight bout. That's another thing about Evloev and Murphy. They're both undefeated. That's gonna be an insane fight. Hardwick got hit so hard, man. I just seen a big KFC fighter say that he's blind in his eye, blind in one of his eyes, and he hasn't seen or he hasn't said anything about it. And he got in a fight tonight and got hit in the other eye and couldn't see anything for 20 minutes. That's crazy, man. BKFC is a brutal. It was MMA, obviously, in boxing, but BKFC is insanely brutal. Anyone that does that, man, fair play. 15 and 5 and 1 for Lemos. Robson is 16 and 8. This one is a strawweight bout. How they showing Darn against Gandaroba highlights there. Oh, what about this? By the way, I do have a big video coming. Um, Next week it'll be released, and honestly, like, it could be quite interesting. I think you're gonna want to come back for that because I'm gonna deep dive and be completely honest on my thoughts, the current state of the UFC, and all the factors surrounding it. We're going to talk about Dana White with Zuffa Boxing and how that's affecting the company. We're going to talk about the matchmaking stars like John Jones, Conor McGregor not being able to get fights. Apparently, Ronda Rousey also wasn't able to get Dana to make her against Gina Carano. You know, there's a lot of Nate Diaz is trying to get back. There's a lot of older fighters, obviously, but they're still the biggest stars in the sport that wanted to come back and they just haven't got offers. You got John Jones saying he was in negotiations. You got Dana White saying that I would no, he was not, and no one's talked to him and stuff like that. Um, got Connor saying I'm getting these opponents offered to me, and I'm saying yes, but they're not giving me a contract. Got Dana saying we're nowhere near his return, but we're talking. Like, we got to get a move on here. The White House card was disappointing. There's a lot of things to get into. I do feel like the UFC 328 announcement of Chimaev against Strickland covered a lot of that up because Dana went live in an actual studio and announced a big fight to be fair, but a lot of big fights on that announcement. That is the biggest fight that could be made, and I'm glad that one was made, hands out against Strickland, because Think of the promotion that one's gonna have. Think of the press conferences and stuff, and they need hype in the UFC. Fortunately, there will probably be no Paramount face-off trailer because we already know the slightest inconvenience, and both of them guys are gonna start throwing bombs at each other before the fight. Second longest active win streak in strawweight division 4 for Robertson. Tied most finishes in UFC women's history. Tied 10, tied with Amanda Nunes at 10 finishes. She wins tonight. She overtakes Amanda Nunes for finishes. That's pretty cool for her. Obviously, Amanda Nunes is the greatest women's fighter of all time in the UFC and MMA. I feel like there's no debating that. Or well, obviously people will argue Shevchenko and stuff, but I think it's Nunes. Obviously, Nunes has 2 wins over, but they're also controversial. It's a tough one, but oh well. Nunes got them. Here comes Lemos. Lemos. Um, tough, tough. Former UFC strawweight title challenger here, Lemos. We said I had most finishes in UFC women's strawweight history at 5 for Lemos, most knockdowns in UFC strawweight history for Lemos at 6. 6 has significant strike. Man, that is some riddle. They're um, apologies, I missed the rest of that stat. Like actual puzzle. Say that without messing it up. Also going to be dropping my thoughts on what's next for Anto Kikachi's performance, the card overall in Dublin tonight. I'll be dropping that tomorrow, and depending on how things go, I do want to get recording that other video I was talking about. And depending on how things go, also be dropping a video about this card, the main event, and what's next for both fighters in it, depending on who wins. Tape 38 for Lemos, 30 for Robertson. 5'5" 1 inch height advantage for Robertson, and a 2 inch reach advantage for Lemos, who is the underdog. Robertson is the favourite. Let's see. Obviously, Robertson's been on good form recently, I think. So. Lemos is a fatter in this, though. Been about for a while now. They're all the way at 115. Probably an interesting one. This is weird. This is actually insane. I just clocked that it's 2 in the morning. It's 20 past 2 in the morning, and we're getting the co-main event starting. This is peak UFC time right here. Actually, I would love this every week if we could just do this, because I might get off here by 4 in the morning, which would be peak. Lemos is 3-5 as a UFC underdog. So not the greatest thing maybe for her that she's an underdog. Wonder how much that actually like I feel like if you're the underdog, maybe some fighters will doubt themselves, but really I think that it only motivates fighters. Obviously you get more pressure if you're the favourite. That's tougher, but round 1 is underway here. Those players in their job so far. He kick to the body there from Robertson, I believe. Oblique kick now. I think he's unsorted for the like winner announcements. My bad. All right, there's a nice backhand from Lemos. He's a southpaw here. Stance switching. He kicked to the body from Lemos. That was nice. I wonder how. Oh, wait, never mind. In the clinch now. What sort of position is this, man? Robertson going for the guillotine here. Or obviously just threatening it maybe to stop the takedown pursuit of Lemos. It's great wrist control there from Robertson to spin it around in the clinch. Let's go, man. Another backhand for Lemos. Jab there from Lemos. Really good right hook to the body as well from her. Robertson initiates the clinch. Needed the body from Lemos. Robertson working on that double leg at the moment. Maybe going for the single leg now, actually. Gets the leg. Will she get the takedown? I think Lemos is threatening the guillotine herself. It's great defense and balance from Lemos here. She and Gary do this. Alright. Robertson gets her down eventually in the second throw, and I think this is where Robertson gets her best work off. Yeah, someone will have a takedown attempt on Ian Gary. He'll just bounce about one leg for about a minute. Fair enough, mate. That's another thing I want to talk about. That was a really nice transition there. That was a nice sprawl from, not sprawl, wait. That was, yeah, that was good work there from Lemos, but then Robertson straight back onto the single leg, which is a good transition. Some heavy shots. That one's just clean in the back of the head. There's another elbow on the referee. Yep, no, take our word for it, mate. Um, I'm like 90% sure that the only area available to hit there was the back of Robertson's head, and she's got hit with two clean elbows there. The referee's like, what do we think? Like she's literally getting, that's got to be the back of the head, ref. There's like a fine line between behind the ear and the back of the head. I think that might have been back of the head. Some huge elbows from Lemos, so he gets on top now. There's another elbow from Lemos. A weird position here. You going for? Another elbow there from Lemos. Great work here. This is what we like to see when a fighter has someone down. Elbow to the body now from Lemos. See those. I remember Gene Silva getting one of his knockouts earlier in his career. And whenever he got his opponent dropped, oh, Kimura attempt here for Lemos. Robinson gets out, I believe. Yeah, whenever he dropped his opponent, or Perard on the ankle live as well. Lemos got the leg over the head here. Completely north south though. Robinson gets out of that Kimura attempt again. Yeah, see those elbows to like the ribs when they have their opponent down? Crazy. They look painful. Not gonna lie. Robinson gets back on top though. I have to go in this round. Can she do anything? She's definitely getting beat so far. Both fighters back up in the clinch at the moment. Robson has the body lock. Maybe looking to transition. Nope, she's going for the takedown here again. Robson trying to get the trip here. Yeah, oh yeah, Vallejos next weekend. Yeah. Got my dates confused. What are we saying here, man? Is Lemos? Oh yeah. I'm tripping, man. I thought Lemos was punching herself in the head. She had like a Carlos Prates look of like, this is nothing. She lands a spinning back fist and a hook there, by the way. She breaks out of the clinch. There's a right hand from Lemos as well. I thought she was like topping herself in the chin, but never mind. Really good work from Lemos in this round. A kick from Lemos that time. And his right hand to Robertson, though she gets hit with the right hook in return, and that's going to be Lemos in round one. Go. Tweet from Teddy Atlas here, and this goes to show um, no matter what people on Twitter say, because obviously there's a lot of people that talk on Twitter, these are the opinions that matter. And this is a very valuable opinion in the boxing space, obviously, coming from Teddy Atlas. Anthony Kakachi has made 37, the new 27. Congratulations to him winning back the title at home and continues renaissance of Irish boxing. I think that's what it says. My bad if I can't get that word right. We're on 200 way, by the way. And congrats to all. Okay. And he gives I think he's some channel members there. He shouts them out. But look, that's the opinion that matters at the end of the day. People like him. Daddy Atlas, obviously a great respected person in the scene. Lemos going for the guillotine. Here's Robertson shoots the takedown. Nothing of it. Robertson trying to work her way into side control now. I do have a catchy video coming, so I had to check that out. Robertson or Lemos might be going for a triangle choke here, but this is good defense from Robertson. Robertson finally works her way into the side control. See what she can do here. Kind of the wrong angle, I'm having. Oh, inverted triangle attempt here from Lemos. Robertson looks like she's going to slide out of this one. Yep. North south now, though, for Robertson. I think she's working a Kimura. Robertson looking to take the back here, maybe. Or I don't know what she's doing. Back into side control for Robertson. She pretty much just had a free back tag and didn't take it. There's an elbow to the body from Robertson. Couple elbows to the head now from Robertson. This is good ground and pound. Nice elbow again. Elbows to the thigh now. Go from Robertson. Robertson's in full mount, is she? Nope. In your hat, it doesn't get it. Going for the guillotine now, maybe. Good defense from Lemos gets out of it. Robertson going for the Darce now. Doesn't get it. Once again, good defense from Lemos. However, Robertson is in mount though. Lemos gives up her back. Gets out of that position. That's good work from her again. Good defensive grappling here from Lemos. Elbows the body heavy from Robertson again. Robertson talking to her. Looks like Robertson's going to be taking this round anyways because they got 3.5 minutes ground control. They must try to work their way back up here. Robertson gets her down again, throwing some elbows again. 30 seconds left to go in this round. Can Lemos maybe get something off? Still on the ground though. Another elbows from Robertson. Lemos trying to get her own takedown now. Got that lock. She does lift her up and gets the takedown. 15 seconds left to go. Lemos is now in half guard. Let's see if she can get anything off. There's an elbow from her. And another right hand. Tried to pour on some shots there. She swings heavy when they get back up to the feet. But she only gets through with one, maybe two. Do you think that is a Robertson round? Because held her down, attempted submissions, and landed some nice elbows there for the whole round. Let's see, third and final round. Who wants it? What do we reckon? That was a really good comeback round though for Robertson. See here, 6 KOs in her last 7 fights for Gabriela Fondor. Third and final round about to get underway. In this women's strawweight bout, I have it one apiece. Let's see who gets it. Third and final round underway. Let's go. I mean, for them, after that last round, you definitely don't want to end up on the bottom again. So you're looking for the strikes at range, which she was doing brilliantly in the first round. There's a nice check of the kick from Lemos. Bit of a lazy single leg there. Robertson doesn't get it. There's a nice straight again from Lemos, and she's landed that a couple of times now. Both players in the clinch here. Good separation there from Lemos. Looked like both fighters were going to throw, but then they looked like they were both. They like thought they were both going to get hit, and they just like didn't throw. Like reacted defensively, and then just like no one got hit in that interaction, but they both like made defensive movements. Couple of good shots from Lemos, although Robson isn't deep on this single leg. I'd be surprised she doesn't get this one. Yeah, she had that one deep. She gets her down. Literally had the lock behind the legs. Lemos was trying to get up here though. Or the lock was like behind the knees. Like there's no way she doesn't get her here. If she can control her like she did last round, nope, Lemos gets up. Robson trying to get her back down. Separation again for Lemos. I think I was thinking of Jessica Andrade whenever I said world champion in strawweight. Did I say that? I don't even know if I did say that. That's who I was thinking about. Lemos is a really good fighter as well. She's fought for the title. There's a nice single leg from Robertson. Yeah, kind of armbar here for Lemos. Maybe. I think she could get that. Yeah, she's going for it. Armbar for Lemos here. Yep, never mind. Absolutely never mind. Robertson gets out, gets on top, gets inside control. Yeah. I was thinking, and then I was like, nah, I don't think it was Lemos. And then remembered there, Andrade is the one that fought the title, and then obviously she lost it to Wei Lee. Bit of a mix up there, but we continue. Robertson in side control again. That was the thigh from Robertson. Working that Kimura again, maybe a straight arm lock. And maybe she's working that arm triangle. Good wrist control from Lemos. Man, 20 left to go here, and Lemos needs to get up and land something big because they're not going to get held down for a heavy portion of this round again, possibly losing. This really good control from Robertson. Fifty seconds out to go. Those are some nice elbows to the body from Robertson. She goes for them again. Round control time 1 minute 46 for Lemos. 6 minutes 30 seconds for Robertson as she lands some elbows to the head now. Round and pound now. Really trying to seal the deal here, Robertson. Great control there. Lemos tries to roll, doesn't get it. Now Robertson back in full side control. There's some ground and pound shots though from Lemos and an elbow from the bottom, another one. Both trading elbows here. Just mounted her and started throwing huge shots though, Robertson. Yeah. Robertson that gets that, in my opinion. She was not having getting elbowed from the bottom there. Like, nah, I'm in side control like a move wherever I wanted here. It just went like what do you call it? She just like put her knee on her and just started raining down ground and pound shots. I have that 2-1 Robertson, 29-20, my opinion. Let's hear the official decision here. Let's hear it. All right, so there we have it. Gillian Robertson gets the 29-28 unanimous decision victory. So I had it. That's pretty much the only way you can have it. And yeah, she calls for the title shot next. Obviously, the champion Mackenzie Dern. Kind of we're in waiting at the moment to see what happens with Wei Lee. Obviously, she went up to 125 to challenge Shevchenko and obviously fell short there. But we're trying to see what happens with her, I suppose. Whether she comes back soon or not. And that'll depend on when Mackenzie Dern defends her title. Can Vallejos, can Vallejos, bit of a Lemos and Vallejos mix up there. Ken Vallejos coming up next, taking on Josh Emmett in the main event. Emmett ranked number 11, Vallejos ranked number 14. I have Vallejos here. I feel like you look at the fighters Josh Emmett has fought, he's 1-5 in his last five. 2-4 in his last six, to be fair. His only two wins in the past six fights is Calvin Cater. Then he loses to Yair Rodriguez via submission, I think it was. Loses to Elliot Taporia via decision, which is obviously good to be fair, considering Taporia's on a 35 KO streak against some of the greatest fighters ever with some of the toughest chins ever. And he's folded them all. Not even like TKOs, like pretty much out cold on all of them. Holloway's debatable, but that way. But um, Josh Emmett went through decision with him. Then he gets one of the scariest KOs ever against Bryce Mitchell with that overhand. We all remember that. That was crazy. Then after that, though, back on the losing streak. I might have got those mixed up, by the way. It might be. Wait, no. No. Alright, no, I didn't. I didn't. Trust. He lost to Laurel Murphy then after that Bryce Mitchell fight over a 5 round decision, and then he lost via submission once again to Yusuf Zalal. So, look, I think this is going to be another one of those fights where he just gets beat by the up and comer. A lot of potential for Vallejos. And yeah, let's see. But either way, Josh Emmett is the toughest challenge that wait, I actually thought I was like reading that time wrong. Josh Emmett's one of the toughest fighters that you can put up against a title challenger, an up and coming prospect. I meant. So look, we're about to find out, aren't we? One mistake and Emmett will put you to sleep, and power's the last thing to go. He might be slower now, but if he can still time a shot on you, it's over. But they host one loss in the record, and that's to Dean Silva, and even that fight was close. And we know what he's gone on to do. Vallejos then gets into the UFC. And he's got two finishes, I believe. Obviously, last time out against Shikadze, crazy spinning back fist KO into side control, some brutal elbows to finish that one. Crazy finish. And obviously got the knockout in his first UFC fight as well. That was insane. That knockdown with the spinning back fist, the way that he caught Shikadze going down and just instantly started elbowing him, that was insane. That was brutal KO. Fully believes in himself here. I wonder what the goal is for Josh Emmett at this age. Is it to prove that he can still put a good fight up against the up and coming fighters, still provide a challenge? Or is it maybe, you know, try and get a bit more money? I don't know. But I think Emmett's still got some fight left in him. And he's dangerous for anyone. So both of these guys are pretty big for featherweight, but like to prefer the fact that Josh Emmett makes featherweight is crazy. He's like, I suppose it's like muscle maybe that he's been able to like hold instead featherweight, but he is built for featherweight is insane. Like slammed Murphy there. able to trade and hit the Borja with some nice shots as well. Vallejos has got that comparison a lot of being the next Borja, so we'll see. The power in Josh Emmett's hands. It's crazy. But I picked Vallejos here, maybe late stoppage, decision victory. Every highlight Josh Hammett has in this trailer is like a flatline KO. Either there will be a first or second round knockout, or it will be a 5 round bloodbath. That is from Kevin Vallejos, who makes his way to the octagon right now from Argentina. I do think like I feel like MMA is getting a lot more worldwide, and like you see the variation. Like there's so many more fighters from different countries coming through now. I see Vallejos from Argentina, Lemos from Brazil, but Brazil have always dominated in the sport. I think they have the second most world titles, or maybe the most. I can't actually remember the way it is in the UFC when it comes to countries. You know, Mexico, England, Rahiki's from Morocco, France, Moldova, or Cuba, a lot of yeah, a lot of potential coming from all over the world. That's a good thing though. Like the more widespread this sport goes, maybe there was someone that was average at boxing, but they still felt like they really loved the fight game and putting in the work, and then maybe an MMA gym open beside them, and that changed the game for them. Maybe than the UFC. But uh, good to see MMA spread, man. Um, I know that there's, I mean, one of the best gyms in the world is over here when it comes to Fight Academy Ireland and the fighters they have changed or trained. But I don't even know what I said there. Um, but obviously they've trained fighters like Paul Hughes, uh, Paddy McCrory, who won the Cage Warriors World title, or Reese McKay, who's been in the UFC. A lot of fighters there they've trained. Fight Academy Ireland has some of the best coaches in the world, and it's not mentioned. ESPN always do the posts or whoever, with PFL, but they do the posts of like this corner is insane, and it's like the corner against from Usman against Paul Hughes, and it's like Khabib, Islam, Umar Nurmagomedov, and Javier Mendez, and then on the other side you have the Fight Academy Ireland team standing there, and they've beat them twice in my opinion. Obviously not in the scorecards because Hughes got robbed. Vallejo's getting ready to get into the octagon here. What are we saying, man? It's been a party. I'm confused here. But Vallejo's in the octagon right now. Let's go. Emmett making his way through the octagon. See here a post from Terra McKenna. Ando Kakachi achieving greatness every fight. Some man, 2-time world champion. Some journey from uh, the Philly days and sleeping on the floor. Absolutely, man. Shout out to Kakachi. The Tyrone. Well, interviewed him. You can check that out if you want. See here a bit of a What do you call it? A reunion between two foes here earlier on in the boxing in Dublin as well as Katie Taylor and Natasha Jonas met up again. They've had some spectacular fights. Katie Taylor, man, what a fighter. Yeah, Stephen Aspel, bro, we're gonna be out for a while. Wow. Those cuts are bad. Shout out by the way to Andrew McMahon, who won the Irish Celtic title last night, or the BUI Celtic title, I believe. Yep, BUI Celtic welterweight title. He won on the 31st of January there, and I was talking to him when he won title. He was 5-0, I think 6-0, and looked better than ever in that fight. I was talking to him about maybe a title by the end of the year, but he's gone out and done it already. So shout out to him. Congratulations, obviously. Great victory there over in Scotland last night. He got the decision in a good close fight. Emmett getting ready to get into the octagon right now. Hopefully, I get an interview with Catchy soon. We'll make it happen. Maybe it'll be at the McConnell fight next week. Emmett's now in the octagon. What are we saying, man? I feel like I think I might have been fully validated here. Um, I feel like my stream has. I don't even know. Maybe I'm. Maybe my stats are mixed up. But 41 for Emmett, who's the oldest fighter on the card. 24 for Kevin Vallejos, who's the heavy favorite here actually. 2 inch advantage for Emmett, and yeah, a half an inch height advantage for Kevin Vallejos. But if you've come along, cheers. It's been a good stream. Get ready for our main event here. I wonder, I just saying it here. Obviously, this ring announcer, he's actually pretty good. Octagon announcer, maybe. I wonder, does Bruce Buffer have a pick for who he would want to take over? Obviously, when he has to hang up the microphone, but he's a legend, and hopefully that doesn't happen anytime soon. That'll be a question maybe for him. Maybe clip that, put it out. Bruce Buffer, who do you have as your favorite? Who do you want to take over the mic next? Take your position in the UFC once you have to hang up the mic, and probably is the greatest ever, along with Michael Buffer. Yeah, it is here though. Josh Hammett, man, what a veteran in sport. He's the recipient of the the oldest fighter on the card award tonight. But 6-5 is a UFC dog, so he is technically a favorite here in his own books. pretty much even in height, as we know. Being our referee for this one. Let's get it. Main event, come on. Alright, I should have knew. That was a bit early. Or maybe not. Round one underway. Close. Emmett circling on the back foot here. Vallejos walking forward. Usual stance with the hands up. Moving the head. Not rushing in or anything. Patience. Maybe that could be a fight, by the way. Whenever he decides to come back, I take it the UFC are still going to have him. If depending on even if Emmett wins this one, um, maybe you could look at doing arm Pico. There's a huge right hand from Vallejos already. Very good time in there. But maybe you could look at doing arm Pico against Josh Emmett. Maybe that'd be a good fight. I could see Josh Emmett knocking him out as well, obviously with all the forward momentum he brings. That's the one thing I was going to say about Vallejos here is that he's being patient, and although he's the one putting on the pressure, maybe Emmett's trying to set up that overhand or that big shot. But Vallejos being patient, and this is the way you do it. You've seen Pico against Murphy where he's like, yeah, I'm going to knock you out. And then he just absolutely ran into a spinning elbow that would put a lot of fighters out cold, and it would put every fighter out cold. And it was no surprise done same to him with the forward momentum he brought. Line on the forehead, and that was him. Vallejos very sharp here though, and he might be stunning Emmett already with these shots. He landed two right hands and an uppercut there. Obviously, Emmett dangerous at all points, so you gotta watch out for that. This is insane, man. Oh, down goes down goes Emmett. Huge left hook from Vallejos and a huge elbow there from Vallejos again. Emmett cut on the head now. Still a bit shaky on the legs. Vallejos being patient again. Those brilliant uppercut from Vallejos. Yo, this boxing is clean. Really like the high guard. Emmett's tough though. Let's see. But very patient from Vallejos. It's good. Drops Emmett again, did he? No. He hurts him again though with an uppercut. Emmett looked like he was going to throw the Cody Garbrandt overhand right there with the near enough hand behind the back and then just swing it around, but he does go for it. What about that KO back in the day, by the way? Say that like it was 10 years ago, but it was like 5, maybe. Cody Garbrandt, what a finish that was. On the bell, on the buzzer. Emmett's still circling on the back foot here, and there's another right hand. Down goes Emmett again. Ground and pound now for Vallejos. Is this going to be it? Heavy ground and pound here. Emmett gets hit with an elbow now. Another elbow clean on that cut. A few more elbows for Vallejos. Ground and pound again. Elbows again. I feel like he should maybe stand up here. Working that ground and pound. Still, some of the nasty 3-punch combo. That's what put him down. Knee now for Vallejos. Elbow behind the ear. Uppercut. Emmett's hurt badly. Swings a huge overhand. He misses it. He can barely even get up. Right hand. Uppercut. Knee from Vallejos. Left hook. Knee. Knee. Elbow to the ribs. Body shot again. Right hand to the head. Uppercut. Emmett goes out. And that is it. Vallejos absolutely destroyed Josh Emmett in the first round. Wow. Patience and then just huge, powerful, clean, accurate combinations. And that's what we like to see. This kid is one of the future stars of this featherweight division. You best believe it. He just did what Elliot Taporia, Yair Rodriguez, Lerone Murphy, or Yusuf Zalal couldn't do, and dispatched of Josh Emmett. Not only gets the knockout, but gets the knockout in the first round. See her right hand, left hook, right hand again, and that was the beginning of the end right there. And that absolute onslaught at the end that I was calling, right hand, left hook, right hand on the chin, what a shot. You hear Emmett falls over, swinging an overhand right into the end. But I mean, left hook, knee, uh, elbow, left hook, knee, elbow, body shot, right hand to the head, uppercut, down goes Emmett, and that's it. That's a special performance right there. Would you look at that? 3 in the morning exactly, and we're done. Crazy. What a knockout from Vallejos, though. I wonder what he's going to call for next. Let's hear from him here. Let's hear from Vallejos. All right, so quickly, I haven't said his name wrong, so my apologies. It's Cam Vallejos. What a performance! What a finish! Combinations, accuracy, power, everything. Patience, mainly. He said Emmett's an old dog. He's going to come with the same tricks. They knew it. They solved it. And yeah, what a performance. Um, Special talent, without a doubt. Bright future ahead for him. And yeah, that's crazy. I'm gonna record a catch up video for this, or a recap video. and then we'll get out of here. Next weekend we have Evloev against Murphy, UFC London. That'll be an earlier live stream, obviously, so make sure to be here. Check it out. Then we have the next week Adesanya takes on Piper as he looks to get back in the win column. And then the week after that, Moicano takes on Chris Duncan. So 3 good weeks lined up here. But what a performance from Kevin Vallejos. Or Vallejos. I mean, that's crazy. That's all I got to say. What a finish performance. And I think the patience there was really something. But it was the combat. Like, he barely missed. Surely he didn't miss. Like, his combination accuracy was insane. And you could tell from the first punch, even the way Emmett was fighting on the back foot, maybe he was looking at a counter at the start, but the first clean punch he got hit with, you could tell that he was hurt. And that was probably the beginning of the end straight away. Yeah, here we go. So, 24 years old, now going to be ranked at 11 or 10 in the the featherweight division. I'm going to make a video recapping, giving you my thoughts on who he should face next. Uh, I've got no words. This, I mean, he's special. He's going to be a tough fighter to beat with accuracy and combination striking with power like that. Cam Vallejos is not going away anytime soon. Um, Seriously impressed by that performance, and yeah, glad to witness it because I think he could be great, and I think he could potentially be a world champion. Who's the featherweight champ? Volk. Interesting. Obviously, Volk's on form as well. The winner of Evloev Murphy will be getting his title shot. But I want to see something big next for Vallejos, and I think he'll come through it once again with flying colours. I think that's what they said, isn't it? But yeah, I think that's the saying. I don't know. We get maybe the earliest live stream finish we've ever got over here at SCS Combat. I think that says 7 minutes past 3 in the morning, which I love to see because usually it says about 7 minutes past 6 in the morning. That means I get more sleep. More videos coming at you for tomorrow. Shout out to anyone's come along. Much appreciated. Kevin Vallejos is one of the most special up and coming contenders in the title conversation, not in the title conversation, in the UFC flyweight division. Once again, thank you for coming along. Thank you for watching. If you liked, subscribed, followed, viewed, done anything, shared, followed any of my tags are on the screen, make sure to do that there. Thank you, even just for coming along. Much appreciated. We're done. 2 successful live streams tonight. 2 videos coming out to you tomorrow. 4 tomorrow, maybe at the night. Who knows? And Vallejos gets the victory over Josh Emmett in spectacular fashion as a first round KO and a complete dominance, complete annihilation. And Ando Kikachi becomes a 2-time world champion in the super featherweight division. He defeats Jazza Dickens via 12-round decision for the WBA super featherweight world title. That's going to be all here on SCS Combat. Make sure to come back next week. We'll have things around the Kevin Walsh Michael Conlon fight. We'll have Evloev Murphy predictions, Evloev Murphy live stream. Make sure you get back for it because you do not want to miss it. Once again, thank you for watching. It's been a good stream. Yeah, like I said at the end of every stream, have a good day, night, morning, afternoon, wherever you are in the world, whatever time it is. Have a good time. That's it, man. Let's go. Let's go. All right, here, man.